Oh, and that fox is tired. Brown bears gather on McNeil River to fish for salmon. Whatever morsels they leave will be scavenged by gulls from the nearby sea. These bears are looking for salmon. Those are these bears. Losing a fish in the rapids, a big male droops empty, streaming paws. Ew, he lost his fish. Carrying a salmon, a female brown bear heads for shore with 3 hungry cubs in tow. Cubs are born in winter, helpless and furless, 12-ounce mites at birth. They fatten to 8 pounds on their mother's milk before she leads them from the den in April or May. Then she watches over them attentively for at least 2 years, training them to be self-sufficient. There's the mom and her 3 cubs. A massive brown bear uses its long pointed claws and teeth to tear into the salmon's pink flesh. These bears will eat as many as 8 salmon for one meal, catching them one after the other. Then made sleepy by this fish orgy, the bear will pad off into the woods to nap until its appetite revives. Yeah. It's eating salmon. Steaming vents inside Mount Martin's crater at Katmai National Monument testify the volcano's explosive potential. Cliff-like walls of layered ash and pumice, thrown off by past eruptions, surround the cone-shaped chasm. Volcanic outbursts like this typify the Katmai area, one of the Earth's most unstable regions. Look at all the steam billowing out. Mount Martin. An air of eerie unreality pervades the Valley of 10,000 Smokes, pictured here at its lower end, with a buttress range in the background. Denuded of vegetation, its ash-dust floor gashed by tortuous streams, this bleak place has undergone major geological changes in the relatively short time since its exploration. More than half a century ago by Dr. Griggs, the ash, long since cooled, no longer issues vapor through vents and fissures in the valley floor, where Dr. Griggs saw literally 10,000s of smokes curling up, some issuing 1,000-foot-high columns of steam. The cooling volcanic mass contracted and gradually fractured. Erosion by rain and water from melting glaciers further scarred the surface with crevices. Into these poured river water, including the flow from the Knife River far left, which has cut through at least 9 layers of compressed ash to form a deep canyon. The valley's surface, once fairly thin and fragile in places, is now firm enough to hold a walker's weight without danger of collapsing. See? That's a big canyon here. A lake 760 feet deep now fills the crater of Mount Katmai left, where molten rock used to bubble. The once lofty peak caved in when the explosion of nearby Nova Rupta in 1912 apparently weakened its foundations. The immense caldera that resulted, a whole 6 miles square and 4/5 of a mile deep, was gradually occupied by the lake. On the region's few clear days of the vivid ultramarine water mirrors snow-covered slopes and ever-changing cloud patterns. Rusty streaks on the lake surface are caused by particles of ash dust containing iron, remnants of the volcanic ejecta that are washed down from the rim into the crater by rain and melting snow. Here's the lake. 6 miles up valley from Mount Katmai, Nova Rupta's crater right lies peacefully in a setting of white-capped crests. The 200-foot-high dome is at its center. Consists of magma thrust up from the Earth's depths during a volcano's last surge. Now serving as a mammoth plug, the dome seals the volcano's vent and permits only on an occasional plume of steam to escape. Thick deposits of ash and pumice The scores during the eruption cover the rim of the bowl. Only 800 feet in diameter, the crater seems incredibly small to have produced one of the most cataclysmic outbursts on record. And there's the crater right here. Torrential waters of the river Lethe plunge through a channel near the lower end of the Valley of 10,000 Smokes. This violent flow is fed by water from thawing glaciers, melting snow, and the valley's heavy precipitation. The mighty color of Lethe, named after the 5 mythical rivers of Hades, is produced by volcanic ash and bits of pumice mixed with sand and silt released from glaciers. The presence of these particles greatly increases the water's power to erode. Over a comparatively short span of years, it has gnawed its way down to the lowest layer of volcanic ash flow. Look at all that water. Resembling the flying buttresses of a Gothic cathedral, rib-like cliffs 100 feet high, loom over the river Lethe. These formations, composed of yellowish gray ash and pumice, are what geologists call Batman's topography.